Bree here, and today I have my best friend Tabby and my wifey Kenna. Tabby has her own YouTube channel. There will be a link below, and we're gonna have a story time.
Storytelling. Once upon a time in high school.
Kenna's the best storyteller when it comes to making shit up. I don't know about real life stories. I don't know if you're the
I'm
best
horrible
at
at real life stories, but this is where Tabby comes in. Me and Tabby had speech class together, or was it?
We had speech class together, but this one particularly was history.
Okay.
And in this particular instance, we were supposed to be doing like a presentation of some kind, and we were supposed to be doing a video presentation is what it was.
Events of history.
Yes, and we were also supposed to be going and reading like a speech basically in front of the class. Well, naturally, me and Kenna wanted to spruce it up a bit, and we were like, can we just act it out? So we got our teacher to agree, and we got the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
And what had happened was...
You know it's a good story when someone says what had happened was.
What had happened was, we went, and we had all this stuff planned out, and no one knew who my partner was at the time. So when our teacher was like, okay, whoever did the Boston Tea Party, I stood up, and Kenna was sitting down in one of the seats, and no one knew she was my partner at this time because she hadn't been
just like that. And yes, I do have pizza in the background.
She hadn't been revealed yet. And I got up and I stood up and I walked out of the classroom, and I jogged in place for a moment so I could be out of breath.
It was legit.
So after I was huffing and puffing for a minute, I busted up in the door with my terrible British accent, and I was like, you'll never believe what happened. And I said, they raised the tea tax. And I had a couple of the people who were sitting down in the chairs or their desks. I had a couple people that I've talked into being props for us, and they all went as soon as I said that. And I'm like, well, what should we do about this? And then Kenna stands up and says,
we should tip the bloody tea over.
So
in that horrible accent.
We literally
Which makes it
got
that
up.
much more funny then.
We labeled the desk, dudes. We labeled the desk. That's it. It's a T on it. And we stood up and we took the tea or the desk and we literally tipped it over and said thank you and took a bow. And that was our
teacher
project.
was chuckling the whole time.
I think we
This
got
is
an A
probably
for
my favorite story
comedy.
that they've told me. So.
We got an A for comedy.
Definitely.
Our teacher liked how we had the audience in on it. People that wasn't even part of the Boston Tea Party. It was great.
We wanted it to have more of a dramatic effect. So we thought we'd get some audience participation on that one.
Yes.
And
I think that
their
was a
second
wise
part of
choice.
our project, we had to take our troops over the river and stuff. We labeled Kenna the river.
Yeah, I was laying in the floor.
And she had a label on like everything else. We wanted to be literal. And she was the river, and I had a piece of paper that had my troops labeled on it, and I literally drug it across her stomach. And that was our video presentation that we had to do.
Wasn't that great?
Wait, so did they video that?
Oh. Yeah, press the close button.
Did they video?
They didn't video the Boston Tea Party. The second part was videoed, and that was when I took it. Because they said the Boston Tea
I
Party
wonder
was
if we
too
could
short.
get our hands on that tape.
You know?
I want to see this.
The funny part was Kenna had one job, and that was to lay on the floor. And for some reason...
It was great.
They were a grade ahead of me, so I didn't have class with them.
But for some reason, she got up before I got my troops completely over her.
Yeah, I moved.
I'm sure some
I
of the troops
migrated.
drown. It's okay.
I splitted like the Red Sea, man.
I'm like, Kenna, you have one job. That's just to lay there and look pretty. Until I can get my troops successfully across you. So I get my troops about belly button way. And then she just darts up and runs away.
What? I thought we were done.
That's on the video.
It was.
Oh, man. I really need to. We gotta find out if we can see this video.
Pikeview High School people.
Did you all have anything else you wanted to say?
We did better than everyone in that class.
We did. The teacher agreed.
She agreed with her laughter and enthusiasm.
See.
She even hugged me afterwards.
That's nice. Well, I think that's all for now. So, bye, monkeys.